What's going on, YouTube? Team GSL back with another weekend pickup. Just did one not too long ago, and now I had a good weekend. A lot of garage sailing, some flea market trades, some thrift store pickups, so I figured let's do another video. So again, let's just jump right into it. I want to get this one a bit quicker than last time, trying some different stuff with the lights. Got a new shirt on today. This is my CUP podcast shirt for Pat the NES Punk and Ian Ferguson. Love the podcast. If you don't watch it, you should. It's great. Good banter between the two of them. I've been watching them for years, so one of my favorite podcasts, and ordered this shirt a while back. Unfortunately, a little tight on me, but it's still doing its thing. So let's jump right into it. First, as usual, non-video game pickups. We'll start with board games. Went to a large community garage sale that was it was a charity garage sale, sorry, not community, for the dog rescue shelter here in town. And it was really cool there because they had a lot of stuff and no prices. It was just donations. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and essentially paid $10 for everything, and then gave them a little donation of my own for the good work that they all do. So the first thing I got was a vintage Sesame Street cookie hunt card game. So this was essentially $1. I think I got 10 items and gave them $10. So it's complete. It's in decent shape. Good game for kids. Probably let the kids try it out. But first thing was that. At the same garage sale, I got a board game I already have for $1. And this is the Home Improvement board game. I already own a copy. I have played it. It's not a super fun game. That being said, I'm hoping to take it to the convention and maybe sell it for $5, just to, for someone who may have liked the show and wants to try it out. Same garage sale for another $1. I got a vintage one. This is Topper. Now this isn't the original version. It's more of a 80s remake of it. I own Topple already, but the box I have for it is destroyed. So now I can actually replace it with this one, and I'll try to sell my other one for like $1 or just donate it and give it away now that I have a much better condition one. I found the next two board games at Value Village. This one was right there, $4.99. And it is Screwball Scramble. This game is awesome. It goes under another name, which is Snafu. I have the Snafu version. I have an older vintage Screwball Scramble version. This is a newer one. It's a really fun game. Essentially, you're trying to use little controls to move the little metal ball bearing through the course and try to do it as fast as you can. I'm going to bring this to my classroom at school. The kids love to play this game, and now I can give them an actual copy.
Do you want to play Screwball Scramble? Okay. Screwball Scramble! Trust Tommy.
The other one I found at the Value Village was this one. The price on this one being $3.99. And this is Barbie Dream Date. It's complete. Not a game that I probably will play a lot, but I do enjoy collecting the sort of vintage 80s board games of all types of pop culture, and Barbie was a big type of pop culture game. So these two games I actually got today at Value Village. The first one here was $5.99. I had a $2 off coupon though, so it was essentially $3.99. And it is Poppin' Popcorn. Never played this one. It's a kid's game. It looks pretty interactive. Probably going to try it out with the family, and it's definitely getting added to the collection. And last for board games, also found today at the thrift store. This one was $3.99. And it is a Parker Brothers game called Survive. Really cool pieces. Looks like a fun game. Haven't played it, but I'm going to keep it in the collection, and I am going to play it. It is complete. It does have some tape around the edges, but overall, it's in really good shape. Now, for board games, that's it today, but I did get some other non-video game stuff. First off was audio cassettes. I got this one here, which is Snoopy Plays Country Music from Peanuts. And if you follow my channel, you know that I love Peanut stuff. So for $1 at Value Village, this was cool, and I grabbed it. Also at the thrift store this week, I got for $2.99, a Star Trek Reunion audio cassette. They had actually a bunch of these there. all for $2.99. It's got 2 cassette tapes inside. Kind of hard to see it there. My finger's in the way. I do love Star Trek, especially The Next Generation.
Thank you.
I may actually give this a listen to and kind of see how it goes. I just didn't feel like getting the rest of them. They were actually all Klingon type ones. I passed on them. In terms of books, I made a trade this week for some of these. Two of them I actually got at Value Village, and that was these two. We Love You, Snoopy, and Stay With It, Snoopy. These were $1.29 each at Value Village, so I was happy to add those two to the collection. And the rest of them, if you watched my last video, you would have saw I made a big Nintendo Power pickup. Well, one thing I picked up was a stack of Mad magazines. I had them as kids. They were very funny, but I don't collect them. I had a good friend of mine, friend of the channel, and he messaged me and asked if we could do a trade. And I said absolutely. So he had these ones, Snoopy and the Sopwith Camel, which I didn't have. You've Got It Made, Snoopy, which I didn't have. You've Got to Be You, Snoopy. And one that was a bit uncommon, and it's called You've Had It, Charlie Brown. I was a little surprised to see what this one was going for. I will not be selling these, though. These are all staying in my collection because I do collect Peanuts books. So that was awesome. The last book for this round was the original Curious George book. And I was actually found this at a garage sale here in town. It was $1, and it's in decent shape. It's got a little tape on the spine, but it's actually not ripped. I guess they just put it there for extra support. So really glad to add that one to the collection. I found this at, I don't think the price is actually on it. It was $1.99 at Salvation Army, and it's a Snoopy alphabet, like kind of wall hanging storage thing. I can't find any information on eBay about it, but again, I'm a Peanuts fan, so for $2 I picked it up. A couple toys, and then we're on to video games. I found this at Salvation Army. I'll try to get the price in there. It was $1.99. I guess hopefully you can see that there. And it's the Polly Pocket pizza set. It opens up a few different ways. If you, there was Mighty Max was the other version of the sort of boys version of Polly Pocket. So these are cool, and they actually do hold some value. So I picked it up maybe to trade in the future. And lastly, I guess before that I got one more. This was actually at that charity sale as well for $1. It's a Donatello Ninja Turtles original run set. So for $1 I grabbed that. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, I, after years of searching, found something that I've been wanting for a very long time. I think all of us have a childhood toy that stands out as the one we remember the most. For me, it was, I believe, on my 8th birthday, opening up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles party van for my Christmas present and just losing my mind. I had wanted this forever. My parents had finally got it for me, and I've been searching for one again out in the wild, and I've just never come across one, and I finally did at the flea market. So here is my original Ninja Turtles party van. I'll try to get some different shots of it. There's the front and the other side. Now it is complete, however, the side mirrors are broken. They're actually here, but they're just, they would need to be glued on to make them complete. But it is in great shape, and the guy had it for $30. I offered him $20, he agreed, and for me, this will never get sold. This will be one of my most cherished pieces of my collection. It's gonna go on my shelf somewhere for display, because I just have so many good memories of this toy. So again, awesome to have that back in the collection. We're now ready for video game pickups, and there's actually quite a few this week, including a really good one at the end. First things first, I found the Pac-Man mini arcade. I'm almost done with these now. I think there's one more left that I need. This one was $4 at the Bible's thrift store. And it works. I fired it up, and they're really nice because they actually put on the back, tested and checked, which is great. And it does work. So that was nice to add to the collection. I also found this. See if I can get the price in there too. It's still on the bag. $2.99 at Value Village. And this was the Sonic Tiger handheld. Now I already have one, so this one will just be traded or sold at the convention that I'm doing, or traded at some other point.
What do you get when you cross a tiger with a hedgehog?
Electronic Sonic!
It's Tiger
Tiger's new Sonic the Hedgehog handheld game. Sonic fun for kids on the run. Energize yourself with power sneakers and the invincible cube. Use the supersonic spin attack to smash Dr. Robotnik's evil robots. Sonic the Hedgehog, supersonic fun for kids on the run. New from Tiger.
Time Crisis Project Titan for the original PlayStation, and it's complete in case, although the case is damaged, but I can swap that out. So there's the disc and manual there. Neil, my cousin, brought this over and said he had an extra copy and said go ahead and have it. I don't know if he checked what they're going for, but actually, as always, the prices will be here. Prices will be here, and I'm all over the place today. Prices will be here, and here. And the game goes going for a lot more than I thought. Thanks, Neil. I'm going to move some stuff here because I probably should have done this in a better order, but went to another garage sale, and they had a bunch of stuff. Actually, one non-video game thing, I kept it just simply because it went with the other stuff here. And this is a awesome Lion King wood laminate art, vintage one. Let's see if I get it all in the frame here. So I saw this at the garage sale, and I asked them what they wanted, and the woman goes, "How about a quarter?" And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. So tell you what, I'll give you $1." So I gave her $1, and she goes, grab a few more things if you want. We just want everything gone. The only other thing I saw there was this game called Vangers. I'm not sure. It's a big box PC game. It's funny because there's actually a Value Village sticker on it for $7.99, so someone got it there. It's complete, so she said take that for a quarter. And yeah, so essentially I paid 50 cents each for those. The reason I bring that up is I also got some other PC games. These were actually all a quarter at a different garage sale. So the first one, you can actually probably see the price there. It's in the corner, 25 cents. I got the Jack the Ripper game, which I've never played. I got the Serious Sam game, which I've played for other consoles, but never for the PC. And same thing with this one, Max Payne. I've played it for other consoles, but never for the PC. But for 25 cents a piece, I had a hard time passing those up. So again, added those to the collection. Salvation Army had 60% off media this week, which was great. So I hit them all up to try to find some of them. And the first one I found was a Wii game I needed, and this was Kawasaki Snowmobiles. And they have it priced there at $4.99, but it was 60% off, so it was essentially $2. And it's complete in case, and another Wii game added to the collection. At the charity garage sale that I was at on the weekend here, they had also these games for $1 each. I already own them, but I'll probably just end up trading them. The first one is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and it's complete in the case. And again, for $1, I could sell it for $5 or trade it for $5 in trade credit. And the next one was Prince Caspian, Chronicles of Narnia. I mentioned last week how this was the worst Chronicles of Narnia book and movie, and I still hold true to that statement, but I have the game again. And again, I already have those in the collection, so they're not new. I'll just end up trading or selling them. And at another garage sale here in town for $1, I got Scooby-Doo, which I also already own. But again, for $1, I'll end up trading it. It's in great shape, complete in the case. So there is that. Some other video game stuff. Found a Coleco plug-and-play. I've actually seen these a few times now. This one was at the Mennonite thrift store for $5. It's got the manuals and everything. It's in actually really good shape. Not sure if I'm really going to get a lot of play out of it, but I'll put it with my plug-and-play collection, which is actually growing. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day, I don't know. At my parents' house this weekend, and we were looking for some batteries, and I found this Nintendo RF switch in a big box in my dad's basement. It may actually be ours from when I was a kid, so this is free. I actually have a few of these, so I'll just put it in my box with all my NES power cords and things like that. This was interesting. I saw this at Salvation Army. The price tag is there, but it's kind of mangled up. It was $3.99, but they had it at 50% off because of the sale. This is a PS1 S-Video cord, which I've never seen one of these before. They don't go for a lot of money, but I don't actually have one, so I figured I'll just buy it and put it with my PlayStation accessories. Salvation Army also had this guy. It was $3.99, but 50% off. So I got it for $2. Let me see the price there, might be a little hard. It's a PS1 controller, nothing fancy. But for $2, I grabbed it. And again, at the charity garage sale, they had a PS2 controller for $1. It's a little messy, probably needs a little cleaning, but there's a PS2 controller. Almost at the end here, these are actually all flea market pickups. So there's a guy I know at the flea market really well, and he's got really good prices. He really works well with people as well. So I was at his booth, and I hadn't seen him in actually a while. So I got the Speedy Gonzales game for the Super Nintendo. He actually had 2 copies, and this one actually had the worst of the 2 labels. He had it at 10, but I asked if he'd take 5, and he did. So there's Speedy Gonzales for the Super Nintendo for $5. And he had this one with a really mint label for the N64. This is BioFreaks. He had it at 10, but I got it for 6. So really happy to. I've never played this one. I'm going to post some games footage again over here, and I'll have to try it out. And again, at the flea market today, saw my friend Rick, who I mentioned last week, and he had a game called Battle Blaze for the Super Nintendo that I didn't actually own, and he had it at 12, but I got it for 10 because Rick's a good guy. So there is Battle Blaze. Once again, I'll post some game footage of Battle Blaze right up in the corner here for you to see. It looked like a fighting game, but it's hard to tell from the cover, so we'll wait and see. Okay, so the last pickup all kind of goes together here, so I'm going to put them all together. So I was at a garage sale here in town. They didn't have anything except for that Curious George book, and I said, I always do at garage sales, I say the number one rule is ask, ask, ask. So do you have any video game stuff? She said, well, what kind of stuff? I said, anything, Sega, Nintendo, anything. I collect for all different consoles. And she said, I might have some Wii stuff, and I might have some Super Nintendo stuff. You know, give me your number, I'll message you. Well, she did message me. Often they never do. And she sent me pictures of a Game Gear lot. And I right away was very interested in it. So everything that you're going to see here, I got for $20, which was totally fair. So the first thing is a Sega Game Gear carrying case. So, it opened there, sorry. And this is very cool. It actually holds all your games and your Game Gear, everything like that. So it came in this nice Sega carrying case. It came with a Sega Game Gear AC adapter, which is definitely cool. It came with a Sega Game Gear battery pack, which works because it powers on. It came with a Sega Game Gear, however, both tests with batteries and the AC adapter do not work. The Game Gear is shot. This is a common problem. I own 3 of these now. Only 1 works, 2 of them don't, simply because of the capacitor issue. That's normally the problem with them. I'm hoping to look into getting all of mine repaired and then maybe trading the ones I don't need, but I get this problem all the time. Now, it doesn't really matter because I really didn't want the Game Gear. I wanted the games and the case, so I got the Majors, random baseball game. I got Echo the Dolphin, were the 2 that were kind of loose. By the way, all these games had manuals. I'll try to show you those at the end. The rest of them actually came in the nice plastic protective cases. So I got Sonic Chaos. Hopefully you can see them with the manuals on. I got FIFA International Soccer. Right there. I got Pac-Man. I got World Series Baseball. I got the Jungle Book. I got Sonic 2, which I already own. It's my only double. You might have seen this in one of my other pickup videos. And last but not least, I got Baku Baku. Never heard of this one. So that was definitely cool to add all those to the Game Gear collection. I don't have a lot of Game Gear games, so it was nice to kind of beef that up. Now, the same person also had 2 NES Zappers. Why she had 2, I don't know. She wasn't even sure. So there's 1, and there's the second Zapper there. So in case you want to play Chiller with the 2 Zappers, or Baby Boomer, I think also uses 2 Zappers. I could be wrong. Chiller for sure does. So I got the 2 orange Zappers. I already have a bunch of Zappers, so these I'll just trade them, add them to the bin, whatever. She's gonna message me back. She said she's got a bunch of Wii stuff and possibly some Super Nintendo stuff that she hasn't been able to find, but it's always nice when they actually get back to you. That's it for the video, guys. Again, thanks for checking in today. Always appreciate the support. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button, and I really want to hit that 100 follower mark so I can do a free giveaway. I got so much stuff that I could possibly give, so that would be awesome if you could do that. Also, follow me on Instagram at Team G Sale, and I'll definitely follow back or subscribe back if you are on YouTube. I always do that. And once again, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Have a great evening.